Washington Naval Agreement downsized 5 nations' armies. Benito Mussolini, Hitler, Hideki Tojo built up their armies for the war. Ethiopia, Italy invaded here 1935. Munchana, Japan invaded. Spanish Civil War, fascists wanted to take over Spain. Quarantine speech called for isolating Japan by cutting off trade in diplomatic regions. Charles Lindbergh, 1920s hero who promoted isolation. Rhineland, Hitler violated Treaty of Versailles and armed Rhineland. Sudetenland, Hitler wanted this territory. Neville Chamberlain, British Prime Minister, signed peace act with Hitler giving him land. Munich Agreement, promised not to interfere with Hitler's plans if he doesn't invade more of Czechoslovakia. G&S Peace Pact. That's Germany and Russia became friends. Cash and carry ended arms embargo and made Britain pay for weapons in cash. Lend-Lease, loans and arms to British. Lend-Lease. Pearl Harbor, we joined the war, blah 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 blah. December 7th, 1941, Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. A day that we will live infinitely. A day that will live infamy. Declare war on Japan that day. U.S. strategies and battles. Help Europe before Pacific. Island hopping for Pacific. FRWCJS. That's Franklin Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, and Joseph Stalin. Meetings of the Allies. Europe first. Aid went there first. Doolittle raid. Surprise attack on Tokyo. U.S. bombers. Battle of Midway. Turning point. 300 Japanese aircraft destroyed. Iwo Jima Island giving U.S. airfields to attack Japan. Okinawa. 1,000 to 12,000 1,000 Japanese died, 12,000 Americans. Kamikaze suicide attacks on U.S. forces. H&N, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Operation Torch, invasion of North Africa to fight the weakest Germans and Italians. Soft underbelly, Sicily in Europe. Second front, Stalin asked U.S. and Britain to create a new war zone where Germans were strong somewhere in France. Normandy, U.S. and Britain invaded France on D-Day. Operation Overlord, invaded Normandy led by Dwight Eisenhower and liberated Paris. Battle of the Bulge, Germans' last offensive effort. Tuskegee Airmen, Black Air Squad, Waves, Navy, Wax, Army, FDR, led U.S. through Great Depression and World War II. Arsenal of Democracy, basically a democracy movement. For freedom of speech, want, Executive Order 9066, internment of Japanese. Fred Korematsu, sued U.S. government for violation of rights. St. Louis turned away vote of Jewish and they went back to Germany. Rosie the Riveter, women taking part in war efforts. Zoot Suit riots, Mexican-American youth against bigoted sailors. Doubled campaign, war against racism and fascism. Philip Randolph, threatened march on Washington, D.C. that made FDR erase discrimination in defense history. Jet aircraft, proximity fuse, hits target for you, proximity fuse. Manhattan Project, produce the atomic bombs. Alamogordo, bomb tested in New Mexico. Harry Truman, injured this president to use bombs, Internment Committee, bomb against Japan. Interim Committee,